guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to take a look at LR Fusion Zamasu. Aesthetically, this is looking like one of the most incredible units in the game. Like, OST's intro animations are insane. But this Tanabata celebration, the two new major LRs, Fusion Zamasu and the Vegeta and Trunks, aesthetically are very good. Okay, so we have a very good rotation right here. I'm a little tempted, like, I don't know that I want STR Rose to super first. Could he kill this Vegeta? 200. Okay, so here's LR Fusion Zamasu, right? Now, does he have defensive equips on? No, he's got no equips. Alright, this Fusion Zamasu, I think, is going to be very, very powerful. Because if he gets his 18-key super attack, he's doing a guaranteed additional super, which is just a ridiculously busted mechanic. That's why, like, Videl was so crazy on release. STR LR Broly was so crazy on release. And obviously, the incredible power creep of the 7th anniversary kind of hurt those characters. But Zamasu, dude, Zamasu gets the 50% multiplicative buff when he supers. Then he's getting double 50%. Like, Zamasu with a double super is like 600k plus defense right here with damage reduction. I'm going to be a bit greedy. I'm going to give Rose this super attack right away and then just hope that Rose does not kill him. Remember that Zamasu creates in orbs, so it's going to be easier for him to get these super attacks off. And for the first 5 turns, Zamasu gets extra key per key orb. So, all right, yeah, let's take a look at this. Link set, Big Bad Bosses, Dismal Future, Godly Power, Fused Fighter, Nightmare, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. All right, let's see. I probably should have put Zamasu in slot 1, because this Rose could easily finish this phase off, but let me see. I wanted to get Legendary Power by having Zamasu in the middle slot, and then, of course, Rose does give a little bit of an extra attack buff as well. This STR Rose is, like, he's solid-ish. When he actually gets the finishing blow, he's significantly better, but it's very difficult to get that in the actual tough stages. 10 million. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what we expected. He's a god. Just based off of my early look at, like, what his info is, what his details, his kit, blah, 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 blah. To me, Zamasu looks like I would probably rate him, I think, as the 5th best unit in the game is what I'm leaning towards. So I think that, like, if we would rank them right now, we would go Vegeta and Trunks, to me, are just clearly number 1. They're just too good. Then I think Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and the Gods are really close. Then I do think this unit, LR Goku Black and Zamasu, I think they're a bit better than Fusion Zamasu. This Goku Black and Zamasu, like, it's actually insane what they did with this character. And then I think Fusion Zamasu's right there. You know, Goku and Gohan are in the mix. I think LR Golden Frieza's in the mix as well. But Fusion Zamasu, I mean, he did a 10 million attack set right there, right? He had a guaranteed additional super coming. He does a guaranteed additional. A guaranteed? Dude, it was guaranteed. This boy is crazy. All right, okay, well, we're gonna do this, I guess. Whatever, sure. Let's pop B-Pan's active skill. Oh, do I have the active skill skip on? Let me turn that off. Yep. Because we're gonna want to play Zamasu's active skill. All right, dude. Let's see what this turn looks like. I mean, this is gonna be a big. It's gonna be a big numbers right here. All right, let's go ahead and see what our boy Zamasu's cooking up. So remember that no matter what his 18-key super attack damage is right here, he has a guaranteed additional. And I do think you're probably gonna want to build this guy with additionals in mind. So like you know. Well, the other reason you want to build him with additionals, right, is because he's super effective against all types at 24 key. And then, you know, if he triple supers, every super attack he does is getting you. Okay, so there's 13.9. He has a guaranteed additional super, but we can't see it, right? Like, I jumped into the legendary Vegeta event is not strong enough for, like, a red zone level LR, right? Like, and that's what we've got right here. Okay, I'm actually gonna turn the active skill skip on, I think. I want to finish this Vegeta's phase off right quick. So I'm actually going to use both Father-Son Galguns right here. Yeah, so Fusion Zamasu is looking insane, right? when we get to 24 key, which is going to be very easy for him, probably, because we're going to want to rock him with another one of these Goku Black characters anyway, right? So with one of those Goku Black characters, with Zamasu in slot 2, which we're going to need to do, I'll talk about that in a second, this guy is looking really, really strong to me. Now, a lot of people are upset, because, so Zamasu gets 20% damage reduction. So, again, this is a character where it's difficult to fully show how busted he is, because you can't see the level of defense that Zamasu is hitting on all these turns, right? Like, you know, he's 600k plus after he would double super. But the thing is about getting him to, like, that point, is he also has damage reduction on top of that. Now, the toughest bosses, like Red Zone Broly, is probably still going to do, you know, 400, 500k damage to Zamasu, I'm sure. Okay, here we go. This is a crazy turn. I guess let's put Zamasu in slot 1 right here. Because I want to, like, let him get his full array of attacks off. If Blue Vegeta Super says 244, I was sent sort of like calcs for Zamasu, right? Let me take a look at this. So it's like, okay, so he has 244k defense at the start of turn. If he has 202k defense at the start of turn, after a double super, he's at 760,000 defense. And then after a triple super, he's at... So if Zamasu triple supers right here, he's over 1 million defense with damage reduction. At that point, he's not taking damage, even from Broly with 20% damage reduction. Now, Zamasu also has this built-in ability here, where he gets 2% damage reduction per attack received, up to a maximum of 10%. So the way he's set up, he has 20% damage reduction at the start of turn, and then he'll slowly build up damage reduction throughout the turn. It's not, like, really bad like Evolution Blue Vegeta, though, because Zamasu, this is going to be a slot 2 unit in the real difficult content. Zamasu's getting so much defense when he supers. You're not going to be able to run him in slot 1. But Goku Black and Zamasu a lot of the times could be run in slot 1, right? Like, if you're fighting Omega, you know, you could use this Goku Black in slot 1 for some of it, right? If you're fighting Broly, this character can definitely go in slot 1. So it's like, you know, we can sort of make some stuff happen with that. But I don't think that extra damage reduction build up is, like, even relevant to this guy. That extra 10% damage reduction is not going to change his tanking. Like, it's not like, oh my god, if I had the damage reduction, I would have lived there, or, you know, we would have taken away less. It's like, you're either getting destroyed or not anyway. He also gets ki for every 5 attacks received in battle, but, like, has he been hit once? We're 6 turns deep in this Vegeta event. I don't think this is our first time we got hit. Alright, so here's the 10 million attack stat. Again, guaranteed additional super coming in right here, and he's at 6.6, okay? And then a triple super. So right here, I believe Zamasu is over 1 million defense with damage reduction on this turn right here, is what I believe we're looking at. I'm pretty sure he's over 1 million right there with damage reduction. Every 5 times he gets attacked, he gets ki. And every 5 times he gets attacked, he also gets 10% HP too. So it's like, I think the way it works is that, like, that's just like a running counter throughout the whole fight, right? So, you know, every time he gets that 5th hit, a 10% HP buff will kick in. What else does he do? He has a 70% chance to dodge and counter unarmed super attack enemies. So, like, I think the God Vegeta is one of those characters that does that. That's a completely irrelevant ability. You'll never see that activate, I don't think, ever. That, like, counter against melee supers. I don't know why they did that. They should have just made it a nullification at that point, right? To, like, really give it extra bite. Because currently, I just don't really see that as an ability that's going to help all that much, right? I don't. I don't think so. Yeah, wow. LR Zamasu, he looks good. It's just when you toss him in slot 2 right there, and you can get it done. Like, it's very easy for, you know, at the start of some of these fights, Goku Black and Zamasu, they build up pretty easily. They've got their guard. They can go in slot 1 most of the time. There's some bosses that could certainly tear them up. But like this fusion team, or excuse me, this future team. This future team is beyond ridiculous, dude. It's so nuts how good this future team is. Like, actually wild. It's... Because, okay. Here's one thing right now. Right now, Fusion Zamasu, we are on a 200% lead. They are on, because they're on Future right here. This is Vegeta and Trunks' leader skill. And then we're on Battle of Fate, so we're also activating their 200% right here. So we're on the 200% leader skill from Vegeta and Trunks. But none of the other Goku Black characters are, right? None of the Goku Black characters are on Battle of Fate. The way Dokkan defines Battle of Fate for the Trunks arc is the second they fuse and emerge Zamasu, that's when Battle of Fate begins. So any character from the arc, from when they fuse right here, that's when Battle of Fate actually does begin. By the way, we didn't even get his active skill. So after you super 5 times, look at this, we haven't supered 5 times yet. After you super 5 times, he's able to use his Susanoo active skill, which, you know, massively raises attack temporarily, does ultimate damage, and then stuns. I don't know why they gave him the stun, because you will never use the stun on his active skill, because if you can't do it, like, earlier than, like, turn 5, like, ever. So you're never going to see the value from that stun. Ever, 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 ever. You're never seeing it. Zamasu does too much damage. There's no boss that you could stun, like, turn 6, turn 5, turn 7. Again, because Zamasu hits too hard. Dude, he's destroying these bosses. Like, when he does a 10 million attack set with a guaranteed additional, like, these bosses are dead, dude. At 24 key, remember, he's super effective against all types. So it's like, he's doing a 9.6 million attacks right there, but he's hitting harder than that because he's super effective, right? Hey, you can see it right there. Bam. And then the guaranteed additional super. Zamasu could tank. If this blue Vegeta supered us, we do not die, by the way. Zamasu is too tanky for that. Super. Go ahead. All right, well, we got all the attacks kicking in, right? So it's like, you know, we got a little bit of healing would kick in. Now, the healing activates at the end of the turn. So, is he going to super right here? Wow, that's unfortunate. Well, okay, SCR Rose is good, but I don't think he's that good. Okay, sure. Whatever, man. There's fusions of lawsuits. Comedy, man. Yeah, okay. That's how Dokkan bosses work. They do no damage to you the entire fight, and then they do that. SCR Rose, I love him, but he should have been better. Final thoughts on Fusion Zamasu. I think I like that. I think I like Zamasu as number 5. I would go Vegeta and Trunks, Gogeta, Gods, Goku Black and Zamasu, and then Zamasu. He's going to be doing too much damage. Capable of running with LR Goku Black and Zamasu, AGL Goku Black. Like, these characters are just like, well, AGL Goku Black and SCR Rose, they're just like fringe characters enough to make use in some of these red zone stages. Goku Black and Zamasu, of course, can dominate a lot of these red zone fights. Merge Zamasu, it will dominate Super Battle Road stages, too. Because remember, Zamasu is lowering enemy attack on both super attacks as well. Right, his 18 key, he greatly lowers enemy attack. And then his 12 key, he's regularly lowering enemy attack. So if you're in Super Battle Road stages, he will completely dissect and destroy the enemy attack, right, in Super Battle Road, because he's doing guaranteed additionals. So it's like, this character's got a lot to him. He's very good. You know, he does need, like, partners, and we need more partners. We need a 200% leader skill that covers Zamasu and all of the Goku Black characters. This guy becomes a lot better if all the Goku Black characters become better, right? Because he's fine, LR Goku Black and Zamasu are fine, but SCR Rose and AGL Goku Black, they can be touched. It's, you know, you do need some luck. They're just fringe enough to where you could use them in some of the stages. This Zamasu does work well in this team with Vegeta and Trunks. I mean, they're going to have Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, and Dismal Future. So, you know, he's going to have a Key Link, but that's no, you know, we do want big bad bosses, of course, best link in the game. So, let me know what you guys think. A lot of these turns, though, he's at 700k, 800k, 900k defense plus with damage reduction. And he's doing guaranteed additional supers 10 million, then 6 million, while super effective against all types. This guy's a god. He's ridiculous.